Season's greetings, Nigeria. My name is Tolu Omole. I'm the Little Miss Nigeria International. My vision is to ensure that the Child Rights Act is enjoyed by every child, regardless of their gender, race, or societal status. As you all know, it's Christmas once again, which is a time of love, celebration, and other festive activities. My wishes have come true, and I hope yours will too. Have a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year in advance. Thank you.
Merry Christmas!
Be an advocate of child rights and will not renege. This is just a step in the journey, and I believe with God's grace, I, the Child Rights Advocacy Initiative Support Team, and the Little Miss Nigeria Project will not falter. My vision is to ensure that every child enjoys the Child Rights Act, regardless of their gender, race, or societal status. Out of 36 states of the Federation, only 24 have passed the Child Rights Act. I will ensure that every state emphasizes the Child Rights Act. I will attend national events, especially the 12 states that are yet to pass the Child Rights Act. For a period of 1 year of my reign as Little Miss Nigeria International. Even though we still have parts of this great country affected by social vices such as child marriage, child molestation, child abuse, and child trafficking, I am glad to note that the government, reputable NGOs, and other well-meaning Nigerians are making significant strides in the protection of the rights of the Nigerian child. I will embrace opportunities to partner with the National Assembly, Wife of the Nigerian President, Forum of the Nigerian Governors' Wives, Federal Ministry of Women Affairs and Social Development, security agencies, reputable NGOs, media, and other well-meaning Nigerians. We are the future of this great country and will not give up until we are heard. I, with the Little Miss Nigeria Project, management and staff of Delphi International School, family and friends have initiated a campaign focused on child rights advocacy, which will be a beacon of hope to the less privileged children in Nigeria in particular and around the globe in general.
Hello viewers, you are welcome to Vanguard Live. A Merry Christmas to viewers out there. And of course, this is Youth and Social Life. I'm your host, Dami. We have a guest with us, a lovely guest. We just saw a video, and she is the Little Miss Nigeria 2020, and she's also a child rights advocate. And today she'll be telling us what motivated her to go into support child rights advocacy. So, her name is Tolu Adiola Omole. Tolu, how are you?
Fine.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Okay. How did you feel when you won the competition?
I felt like I was on top of the world.
Really?
And I also felt like it was a reward for all my hard work.
When you were doing this competition, did you face any challenge?
Yes, I did.
What were the challenges?
The challenges I faced during this competition was fitting into different outfits at different times, having to smile at all times, fear of losing out, stage fright. At a point, I was very nervous, but I had to be myself while trying to impress the judges.
Okay, you're starting a Tolu child rights advocacy. What motivated you to start this?
I've always liked children, and I've always liked them to be around me, and it saddens me greatly to see them suffer, either mentally, socially,
health-wise, hunger, and neglect. The average Nigerian child on a daily basis faces all manners of social ills and vices like genital mutilation, child marriage, which is child murder and other problems related to early childbirth, sexual abuse, exploitation, which is exposing them to reproductive and sexual infections, including HIV and AIDS, child trafficking, and street hawking. This has made me to form a campaign which is called Tolu Child Rights Advocacy Initiative, comprising of the representatives of the Little Miss Nigeria project, staff and pupils of Delphi International School, family, and friends.
Good. How do you intend to achieve your campaign?
Out of 36 states of the Federation, only 25 have passed the Child Rights Act in their various states. I intend to ensure that the Child Rights Act is emphasized everywhere. I will attend both national and international events, and I will also embrace opportunities to partner with the National Assembly, wife of the Nigerian President, Forum of the Nigerian Governor's Wives, security agencies, Federal Ministry of Women Affairs and Social Development, reputable NGOs, media, and other well-meaning Nigerians.
Okay, that's good. If you are just joining us, this is Youth and Social Life, and here we've had Tolu, a child rights advocate here with us in the studio. She's Little Miss Nigeria International 2020, and she has been telling us why she started want to support the little child rights advocates, and she has actually been giving us tips. Even though this is youth, well, it doesn't matter. We can have a young person here telling us things to motivate us, and we are going to ask her what our vision is. So, Tolu, what is your vision?
My vision is to ensure that the Child Rights Act is enjoyed by every child, regardless of their gender, race, or societal status.
That's good. What's the name of the school?
I am a pupil of Delphi International School, Ikotavila Estate, Lekki.
I think I need to applaud the school. They've done a great job. What's your favorite subject?
My favorite subject is mathematics.
Mathematics. That's a subject most people don't want to necessarily accept it. But I'm sure your teachers have supported, motivated you. How did your teachers motivate you to do things?
I see my teachers as third parents. They have helped me to become a better person by making me do my homework and doing it independently. They have also made me to understand what I need to learn.
You too, now you're a role model to a lot of people, and a lot of the kids out there, they are also looking up to you. So, what is the advice you want to tell these kids?
My advice to children, especially the girl child, is that they should aspire for leadership. They should not let the common views of the society to discourage them from taking up space and becoming leaders. The girl child should take education seriously and acquire skills.
That's good. Very, very good. I'm really, really impressed. Okay, if you are just joining us, this is Youth and Social Life. I will be with Tolu, and now we are switching over to our dad. We've had Mr. Shehu Omole with us also in the studio. Mr. Shehu, you're welcome.
Thank you very much.
I really think the Nigerians we need to applaud you because you've really done a great show, and I know that you're part of the things that the person that motivated her to start this. So how did you motivate her?
Well, what I told her is she can achieve anything she can conceive, because I believe whatever is conceivable is achievable. That is exactly what I told her.
Okay. Considering that you motivate now, but this
Be an
motivating is
advocate
just
of child rights and will not renege. This is just a step in the journey, and I believe with God's grace, I, the Child Rights Advocacy Initiative Support Team, and the Little Miss Nigeria project will not falter. My vision is to ensure that every child enjoys the Child Rights Act, regardless of their gender, race, or societal status. Out of 36 states of the Federation, only 24 have passed the Child Rights Act. I will ensure that every state emphasizes the Child Rights Act. I will attend national events, especially the 12 states that are yet to pass the Child Rights Act. For a period of 1 year of my reign as Little Miss Nigeria International. Even though we still have parts of this great country affected by social vices such as child marriage, child molestation, child abuse, and child trafficking, I am glad to note that the government, reputable NGOs, and other well-meaning Nigerians are making significant strides in the protection of the rights of the Nigerian child. I will embrace opportunities to partner with the National Assembly, Wife of the Nigerian President, Forum of the Nigerian Governor's Wives, Federal Ministry of Women Affairs and Social Development, security agencies, reputable NGOs, media, and other well-meaning Nigerians. We are the future of this great country and will not give up until we are heard. I, with the Little Miss Nigeria project, management and staff of Delphi International School, family and friends have initiated a campaign focused on child rights advocacy, which will be a beacon of hope to the less privileged children in Nigeria in particular and around the globe in general.
If you are just joining us, this is Youth and Social Life, and don't forget to like and follow us on our social media platform showing on the screen, and you can leave your comments in the comment section below. And in the studio we've been with Little Miss Nigeria International 2020, Tolu Adiola Omole, and also the dad, Mr. Oluwaseun Omole. And now we'll be switching over to the dad. He'll be telling us some things that has motivated the call. So how do you feel about our achievement, sir?
Yeah, I feel happy about it.
So, how do you motivate her?
I actually told her that she can achieve anything she can conceive, because I believe whatever is conceivable is achievable.
Okay, were you among the people that convinced her to go for the competition?
No, it's the other way around. She convinced me that she has to go for the competition.
Okay, so she came up with the idea that she wants to go for the
Yes,
competition,
exactly.
and you were really in support of her.
Yes, so when she told me, the first thing I did was to engage the convener, and that's Ambassador Oladele Johnny, to have a sense of what the competition entails, and I wanted to be sure that it's something that is safe for kids and it's morally okay. We had those engagements, and I realized there's actually a competition that seeks to discover with kids and talented children that would be child advocates against social ills and vices, such as child abuse, early child marriage, child kidnapping, and other issues and problems that are plaguing Nigerian children. I also asked for the details of what the performance will entail, and I realized they were going to have a career presentation, which she did excellently well, aspiring to become a pediatrician. There's going to be a cultural display of the part of the country they're from, and then I supported others.
Okay. So you really motivated her also to start this child rights advocacy.
Yes, so she's been passionate about children, which is one of the reasons why her chosen career from maybe when she was about 6 years old has always been to be a pediatrician. And because of that passion she has, it was very easy for her immediately after she marked the Little Miss Nigeria International just 13th of December, so it's quite recent, to actually hit the ground running and start a campaign.
Okay. talking of career and what she wants to do. Later in future, do you see her venturing into other career choices?
Well, it's not impossible. I believe as she grows up, she's 9 years old, she could have more exposures and then make changes or alterations to the plans she has, and all I'm going to do is to guide them.
So anything she wants to do, you will support her even if you don't like it.
I think as long as it's actually not going to be harmful or detrimental, as long as it's professional, as long as it's noble, I'm going to support it.
Okay, so you are not a person that imposes what is to be done.
No, definitely not. And the reason is simple. I think modern day parenting actually entails, trying to identify the special gifts and talents your kids have, the children have, and the passion that actually fuels their energy and unleashing it for them. So really, I'm not going to pamper and make her actually follow a straight jacket way. I'm going to support everything that is going to ensure she maximizes her full potential and she's very happy.
Okay. Tell me, is there anything as a child that you want to do but you feel you can't?
Yes.
What are the things? Can you tell us?
Okay. Sponsoring for children to get good education.
Passion, get good education. Sir, do you have any advice or to tell parents on how to go about this?
Do
To
you mean-
motivate parents,
Okay,
yes.
okay, to motivate parents. Well, my advice for parents generally in Nigeria and all over the world is to actually adopt a simple model. And I will call the first of it connect with your children. And that's to build an atmosphere of trust and confidence, in terms of relationship, child-parent relationship. The second will actually be to inspire the children and let them know they can achieve right about anything. Most children have different kind of talents. So our brother from early age, I've already seen he has a lot of talent in information technology. I mean, if you saw him in the studio before we started, he was fixated on the phone, just playing games and getting to different levels. And so just inspire them to harness that.
Connecting with your child is very popular.
And next
Very
thing,
easy.
and I think the third advice I have is actually to play the role of guidance rather than being prescriptive on exactly what you want the children to do. And I think if they adopt that, the sky is the starting point for, them, never a limit.
Tell one, you're a role model actually for your role model to other people. So what is your advice to other kids and also the government?
Well, my advice to other kids, especially the girl child, is that they should aspire for leadership and should not let the common views of the society to discourage them from taking up space and becoming leaders. And my advice to the government is that the government should please support the Child Rights Advocacy Initiative.
Thank you so very much. Thank you to everyone. It was a pleasure having you in the studio. Thank you, Sir Mr. Omole.
Thank you so
nice
much.
having you in the studio. So, all right, viewers, you've seen it and you've heard it all. I think we've learned a lot from this. You motivate your child. Not only that, also the children supports. Follow this motion, and you can also watch things. Build your talents. The children also should watch their kids, connect with them. I think this would help a lot. Also, and if you want to follow us if you want to see more of those videos, follow us on our social media platforms. You can follow us on our website. You can see our videos on our website, on our Facebook. Leave your comments and your opinion in the comment section below. It will really, really appreciated. And the number showing on your screen, if you have a message for us, you can send the message. You can inbox us. We'll read it and also get back to you. Don't forget, it is Youth and Social Life, and we are wishing you a very Merry Christmas.
Be an advocate of child rights and will not renege. This is just a step in the journey, and I believe with God's grace, I, the Child Rights Advocacy Initiative Support Team, and the Little Miss Nigeria Project will not falter. My vision is to ensure that every child enjoys the Child Rights Act, regardless of their gender, race, or societal status. Out of 36 states of the Federation, only 24 have passed the Child Rights Act. I will ensure that every state emphasizes the Child Rights Act. I will attend national events, especially the 12 states that are yet to pass the Child Rights Act. For a period of 1 year of my reign as Little Miss Nigeria International. Even though we still have parts of this great country affected by social vices such as child marriage, child molestation, child abuse, and child trafficking, I am glad to note that the government, reputable NGOs, and other well-meaning Nigerians are making significant strides in the protection of the rights of the Nigerian child.
Mary's boy child, Jesus Christ, was born on Christmas Day, and man will live forevermore because of Christmas Day.
Nigeria. My name is Tolu Omole. I'm the Little Miss Nigeria International. My vision is to ensure that the Child Rights Act is enjoyed by every child, regardless of their gender, race, or societal status. As you all know, it's Christmas once again, which is a time of love, celebration, and other festive activities. My wishes have come true, and I hope yours will too. Have a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year in advance. Thank you.
Merry Christmas!